One afternoon, a young man named Wei arrived at Master Li's quiet retreat, his face clouded with frustration. Wei was known for his short fuse. He would often lose his temper over the most trivial matters. A careless word, a minor inconvenience, or even an unexpected delay could ignite his anger. He felt imprisoned by his own emotions and sought Master Li's guidance in hopes of finding peace. Master Li welcomed him with a calm smile and motioned for him to sit beside him beneath the branches of an old oak tree whose leaves whispered in the breeze. After a long pause, the old master turned away and spoke gently. "Wei," he said, "let me share with you a story. There once lived a fearsome warrior, unmatched in strength and skill. His name alone struck fear into the hearts of many. His sword was swift, his reflexes sharp, and his victories countless. But despite all his might, the warrior often felt restless, as if something essential still eluded him. One morning, while walking alone through the forest, he noticed a tiny insect crawling across the ground. The creature moved slowly, utterly unaware of the giant looming above it. Out of curiosity, the warrior tried to block its path. He placed stones in front of it, waved his hand, and even nudged it lightly with a stick. Yet the insect neither panicked nor fled. It simply adjusted its course and carried on, entirely unbothered by his presence. Puzzled by this, the warrior visited a sage who lived in the mountains. "How can such a fragile creature remain so calm when danger stands right before it?" he asked. "Why does it not respond to my power?" The sage smiled and replied, "Because it does not acknowledge your power. It gives you no space within its world. In its stillness, it has learned the quiet strength of indifference. What does not disturb the mind cannot disturb the peace." Wei listened quietly, his brows softening as he absorbed the story. Master Li turned to him and continued, "My dear Wei, not every provocation needs your attention. Not every insult deserves your response. The world will always offer you reasons to be angry, but you have the power to decline the invitation." He leaned in slightly, his voice like a whisper carried by the wind. Sometimes the greatest act of strength is simply to ignore, not out of weakness, but from a place of inner mastery. By choosing not to engage, you protect your peace. You don't let others dictate the state of your mind. A deep stillness settled over Wei as the lesson sank in. The image of the insect lingered in his mind, small, defenseless, yet undisturbed. For the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of clarity. From that day onward, Wei began to change. When confronted with rudeness or provocation, he paused. He reminded himself that he had a choice, to react or to remain centered. And more often than not, he chose the latter. In time, the once fiery young man became known for his calm presence. His peaceful demeanor began to influence those around him. Friends and strangers alike sought his company, drawn to the quiet strength he now carried. And so, the power of ignoring transformed not just Wei's temper, but his entire life. He learned that real courage is not in loud retaliation, but in silent restraint. Like the insect, he discovered that serenity is not found in conquering others, but in ruling one's own mind. Sometimes strength doesn't roar. Sometimes it simply refuses to be moved. If this story brought you peace or gave you something to reflect on, consider subscribing to the Mirror of Minds. We share stories like this to help you stay calm, focused, and inspired through life's storms. Thanks for watching. Stay mindful.